Greetings, fellow cooks. I'm Marcelino Bernay from Dr. Flavor, and I have the distinct honor of having with me my brother from another mother,
Young Cho,
and we are cooking beautiful Korean food, and you're going to love it right here on Dr. Flavor. Okay, fellow cooks, we're going to go over the ingredients, but first of all, I want to give a shout out. We want to give a shout out to our friends in Ellicott City, Andy and Bonnie, that were our next door neighbors before we moved. And great people, love them. And Andy showed me how to make a beautiful Korean sweet potato with kimchi. And that's what we're going to do today as well. So, to tell you a little bit about this, the Korean sweet potato is, it's white, it's purple on the outside, and it's not as sweet. And he usually would make it in his barbecue, but we're going to make it in the oven. And what we're going to do is we're going to serve it with our fast kimchi. And that's going to be really tasty. So the next thing, we're going to make bulgogi. So I got at Walmart a nice thin cut ribeye. And so we're going to marinate this with our Bulgogi Marinade. Okay, and in addition to that, Young Cho's mom, her secret recipe was to put Coca-Cola in the kimchi, in the marinade of the bulgogi to actually tenderize the meat. So we're going to do that as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to tenderize that. We're going to leave it in the refrigerator, all mixed up, for about an hour. And we're going to do that. So the other thing is we're going to make a fast kimchi. And the fast kimchi is going to be not fermented for several weeks like you normally do. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to take cabbage. We're going to cut it up. We're going to put some bacon and some green onions and some gochugaru. And we're going to actually cook it up on the flat top. So that's the sequence of the things. And let's check it out. Okay, so very important. This is gochugaru, and that is a Korean red pepper. It's fantastic. You're gonna love it. Okay, folks. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put these guys together. Okay, like this. I'm gonna smear a little bit of olive oil on them. Okay, and I'm gonna pour salt and pepper, and Young Cho is going to wrap them up and put them on the baking dish. Alright, so we're going to do that for each one of them and then put them in the oven. Okay, so let's start making the bulgogi. First of all, we're going to put down the sliced thin ribeye. In addition to that, we're going to put in some of our standard beef bulgogi marinade. We can make it ourselves, but as you know, I like taking some shortcuts, so this is what we do. Nice marinade. We're going to put in the Coke, because again, that was Mrs. Cho's special ingredient. We're going to have a little bit of ginger. A little bit of garlic. And this is a cream garlic that I get at the Asian market. I'm going to put a little bit of ginger. Yeah. About a third of a teaspoon. All right. Okay. And we have the scallions that are cooling off in ice.
Ice water.
Okay.
Liven up the flavor.
Okay.
When we cook it on the...
So we're gonna have to take off the ice, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll drain the water if you want.
We're gonna take off the ice.
It also gets rid of what I call the little sliminess of the spring onion. So it's like a little heat. But yeah.
Yummy, yummy. Okay, so go ahead and stir that up, Young. All right. So we're going to break it up, and we're going to put it, let me put it this way. The sweet potatoes are cooking in the oven for about an hour, and we're going to put these guys in the refrigerator for an hour to cool off and to get just right. Okay, so we've already mixed up, we've cut up the cabbage. And Young, tell us a little bit more about the vinegar and all.
Yeah, so, you know, kimchi in general has a fermented taste, a sour taste. But since we're not fermenting this cabbage or cooking it, to replicate or have a little bit of sourness, we would add like a red wine vinegar when we're cooking, and that gives sort of like the fermented tastes because it has, it'll have a bit of sourness to the actual cabbage.
So you already put some?
No.
Okay, so let's go ahead and put some in there.
I mean, yep, there's nothing really, you know, maybe, I don't know, a couple tablespoons.
Okay.
To be good.
So 2 tablespoons, and then we're going to put some gochugaru.
Gochugaru, so to make it, you know, it looks like a kimchi. And
Right.
a little bit of heat, not too much of heat. Yep, and the color looks almost like it's cooked. Yep, that's good. And just
Nice and rich.
Yep. And then all you do is just, you know, stir it and mix
Stir it up.
and let it sit before you cook. Ah, beautiful color.
It's got great color, right?
Yeah. So that's a kimchi color.
So we're gonna also put a little bit of oil on the flat top
Before we cook.
before we cook it,
Yep.
and we're gonna cook up some bacon. All right.
So
and
we're
we're
also going to be using some scallion, and instead of usual oil, I guess we'll use the bacon fat as the oil and gets the flavor. But there's a totally different flavor, like sauté onion. When you sauté a spring onion, it brings out flavor with a little bit of oil or bacon fat.
And there's nothing wrong with
Yeah,
bacon.
there's nothing wrong with bacon.
All right, let's go to step 3. Okay, Young, we're ready.
Ready.
So we're gonna put on some of the oil.
Yep.
In there, and it's starting to heat up pretty well. So we're gonna throw on the bacon, and go ahead and put it into the oil. Starting to heat up pretty nicely.
We'll let the bacon fat come out a little bit.
Which is your beer, the red or
The green one.
the green one? Here's to y'all. All right. So Young has put in the scallions or the green onions, and the bacon is cooking very nicely. So at this point I'm going to stir the slaw a little bit more, and I'm just going to go ahead and drop it in, and we're going to fix it all. We're going to mix it all together. I'll tell you one thing, this stuff has incredible flavor just with the vinegar and gochugaru. And please, I know that I'm not pronouncing it perfectly, but I'm Cuban, not Korean. So don't be as critical. I know some of you had some choice words. We're gonna spread it. The burners are right here, so we're gonna. All right. It's gonna come nicely. Okay. So this is doing very nicely, and Young tells me it's time to put it in the bowl.
Yeah, you really don't need to overcook this. It's cabbage, and you don't want to get too soft. You want to have a little bit of crunch or firmness on the actual.
And guys, I just want to let you know that cooking, the ladies always love a man that cooks. So keep that in mind. Okay, so this kimchi, fast kimchi that we made, it tastes fantastic. So I took the bulgogi out of the refrigerator, and I'm going to go ahead and start cooking it on the flat top. I put a little bit of oil in there. All right. And I'm going to put a little bit of the liquids later on. The sweet potatoes are done. I just turn off the heat. Oh, Young, this actually, put your sniffer here and tell me what you. Wow. Let me just tear it apart a little bit. Wow.
I mean, you can't go with tenderness of ribeye, thin cut ribeye for bulgogi. It's actually pretty luxurious bulgogi meat grade. Well, it's probably going to melt in your mouth, not in your hand. So,
I don't want to get it in my hand, but,
yeah.
But it looks great.
Yeah,
it tears off easy.
Aroma. Oof. Remember, it's the little bit of any carbonated sweet soda, Coke, Sprite that tenderizes, and it adds a little bit more of a sweetness.
Right. So, doing very nicely. So
it doesn't take that long to cook.
Nope. So we're going to go ahead and let it cook a little bit longer. We're going to toss it a little bit.
Yep.
And we might actually need to put a little bit more oil. And I have a little bit of more juice.
Yep.
So we're going to put it in because juice is always easier.
Yep.
And then we're going to crown it with a little bit of sesame seeds.
Yeah. And you always add the sesame seed at the end. And you don't need much. It's sesame seed.
All right.
Just adds a great flavor of nuttiness.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah, nuttiness. Sesame seed is a nut.
A nut?
Yeah,
I thought you were a nut.
That too, but yeah.
All right. I'm just going to let the liquids dry off a little bit.
Yep.
And
colonize it.
Okay. So that now the juices are reduced. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of sesame because we want that to brown a little bit with the meat.
know this, but sesame seed, if you go to Asian market, it comes in two forms, a raw form, and it's also roasted. But when you're cooking the meat, you just want to use the raw, because it'll cook as you get it under the heat. But if you want it pre-cooked, sesame seed is a roasted sesame seed. They sell in the same jar, same can. Yep.
People, take a look at this. This is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to turn off the top.
Yeah.
And Young, I think we're done.
Yeah, we're done.
All right.
And the fact that, you know, that he doesn't have a smell-o-vision, it's a sin.
It's a sin.
You gotta smell this when it's cooking.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, folks, the moment of truth. Young, you tell me how that is.
You know, you can't order this in Korean restaurant, but at the same time, it's so easy to make it at home. And you know, Korean sweet potato, bulgogi, and kimchi coleslaw, so to speak, with the cabbage. So I'm gonna just put a little bit of each in my mouth with every piece, and see how it tastes. This is just gonna be great. Cheers! Oh yeah.
Okay, this is, I consider this a badge of honor, because the fact of the matter is, we cooked the perfect Korean dish.
Yeah.
Right here.
At home, and you can't get this in restaurant.
And the fast kimchi, a nice touch. Everything was cooked within an hour.
Yep.
So,
easy.
Friends, come on back and join us on the next video, because we're going to keep cooking. This is Marcelino Bernay and
Young Cho
from Dr. Flavor signing off.
Cheers.